This is my reflection of my 201MC professional experience. When I first heard about this module, it was one of those daunting things that I thought I had no idea what I wanted to do, and admittedly I was a little worried about it, and how I would ever manage to gain experience in the industry that I wanted. I started off first with looking at freelance photography because this was something that I knew I wanted to do once I finished uni. I started off by doing some research into what types of shoots I wanted to do and researching what some clients had asked me for. This was so that I was ready and prepared for the shoot before I entered the studio. I already had a wide range of experience with different photography, but I wasn't happy with the portraits that I had previously done, so I set out to take more portraits for this module for clients. I feel that I have learnt a great deal by working in the studio more because I've become more comfortable and confident with my work. I have received some great feedback from my work on my Facebook, and this eventually got me some more work. I also feel that I've learnt more in the way of editing techniques because using Photoshop was never a strong point of mine. I was also happy that my work was used within a model portfolio for one of my clients. Not only was I able to be the photographer behind the camera, but I also got the chance to be a model in front of the camera. This was a totally new experience for me, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I felt comfortable and happy with a photographer taking photographs of myself, as this is something that I don't really do much. As well as being in front and behind the camera, I also helped out other photographers within the studio, and it just makes you realise how much preparation and time goes into a single shoot, as well as the time you spend on editing once the shoot is over. It also made me realise that you have to appreciate and respect other professionals within the industry. After I had shot some work within the studio, it was recognised by somebody who was interested in hiring a photographer to document her birthday event, which was at a local event to where I live. She messaged me on Facebook to talk about what things she wanted and what kind of price it would be. However, I had no previous experience with what to charge somebody for such a shoot, so I had to weigh up a reasonable price for the night. I set out to research the venue and discovered it was quite dark inside with minimal light, so I had to research what the best equipment would be to use to photograph the event. I eventually went with using a flash gun along with a Canon 5D. I had never previously shot within a dark venue. Even though I had previous knowledge with using a flash gun, it was a totally new experience for me. However, I'm very pleased with the outcome of my work from the night, and the client was extremely happy with the overall attitude I had towards the guest and how friendly she said I was to work with. I then went on to work with a professional photographer called Nicola, who is based in the Manchester area. I contacted her through Facebook, and she was more than happy for me to come in and to observe her shoots and to help out. I was shocked when I first arrived at Nicola's house, which is where she runs her business, My Boudoir. Her house is such a small place and there isn't much room to move. She has all sorts of props within her house, and she uses her bedroom to take the photographs with a small backdrop. It just goes to show how much you can achieve with a small studio setup. Her skills really lie within her editing techniques, as the images that she came out with from the shoot that I helped her with were amazing. I talked to her a lot about her business, and she told me how difficult it'd be at first to start out, but if you do it correctly then you will soon have regular clients. She has clients who are both professional models as well as people that want wedding shoots or personal shots.